one by one, to individual members of the families.
She's
I see small children being hoisted on the shoulders of their parents to get a glimpse of this ceremonial moment. As the national colours fly at half-mast, so the national standard is folded over, though folding in the memory of what these men did, and folding in also the memory of this day, when after 80 years, the state paid due homage to them.
Agus knowing tá cuaram agus mass agus irim agus protocol sa bhealach in an inter on the filasa.
See, now up. She's
now these small, ever so precious, triangular tricolours will be presented in turn to nominated members of the families. The first to go to the Barry family. It will be accepted on behalf of the family by Kevin Barry Sr., a nephew. He's the son of Kevin Barry's only brother, Michael.
Daracán nóin muintúdí Bóráin, Paddy Morn, ghlacha sé Shellev Eramrat, Nia Ishahe, Nia the Patrick Morn.
And the third recipient, on behalf of the Whelan family, nephew, Thomas Whelan.
Muintúdí Gúilan sin, Barbara Carberry, on Garinian Ishina Le Patrick.
And for Bernard Ryan's family, will be Ben O'Sullivan. His father, Paddy, was a stepbrother of Bernard, but not a blood relative.
Paul Carter of Homage, Ken Bryan, Black Session Shelaver Har Cam, Winter Bryan.
I think we may have an opportunity to see somewhat more clearly the formal handover of these tricorn tricolours. It seems possible that this will be a coordinated maneuver. We'll just wait for a moment. The remains lie still on the trestles. The tricolours to be presented. Among those receiving tricolours, we'll have Mrs. Winnie Murray representing the Trainer family. She's the eldest grandchild.
Kevin Barry Sr. and son. Nia Kevin Barry Fénig. Taka. Conan Bratha Glacka. Paddy Moran. Nia. Patrick Moran. Thomas Whelan. Nia Thomas Whelan. Barbara Carberry. And Garani Inishina. Le Patrick Doyle.
She's I don't pay Claire. Hey, Tassie, our child.
And the National Army handing over to the relatives these sacred memorials, flags that will be treasured, will have a special meaning. And just over by the graveside, behind the trestles, I see the President and Dr. McAleese, accompanied by their chaplain. And at the graveside, we have Father Fergal MacDonagh, who's the principal chaplain of the prison service, who will be saying the prayers. He's accompanied by representatives of other churches. Father MacDonagh is related to the poet-patriot Tomás MacDonagh, one of the signatories of the 1916 proclamation.
Cuivin the Barra, Kevin Barry. Curra Igray Nakila.
One by one, the bodies will be laid to rest. Next, Patrick Moore.
Tá an Shadaman as Foster Peter Harbison, Kahirlach Kushti Relige Vlak Fia. Carpain an Oglach, Curra Igray Banahan Nakila, the Mass, agus Idim. Sair Dere o Volgach, agus Divas, na Gwirapach Comonta, Igaracher Winshaw. Patrick Morn, Curra Consuin.
And officiating at this graveside, as they've done at so many others, the foremen, gravediggers from the four great Dublin cemeteries of Glasnevin and Palmerston and Dardistown and Newlands Cross. Patrick Travers, the distinguished historian, is with us. Patrick Travers, you have written extensively on 1916. When we see Thomas Whelan here now, his remains being laid in the grave, this must be an absolutely unique occasion.
It's a unique occasion. I mean, there have been very notable funerals in this cemetery almost from the time the cemetery opened in 1832. But as you said, there is a sort of closure which is brought by this occasion in 2001, which brings in some ways an end to a phase in Irish history.
It was a phase that was bloody, but perhaps necessary. It's certainly a phase that seems very remote to us in time. And for relatives, for the relatives of people like Patrick Doyle, executed, one of the 6 executed on the 14th of March, a certain solace and a certain comfort that this recognition, however belated, should occur.
I'm sure that's the case with all of the relatives. Canon John Waters, the chaplain in Mountjoy, wrote to the Barry family shortly after Kevin Barry's execution and expressed the hope that one day they would be reinterred in a more appropriate location. And what more appropriate location than Glasnevin Cemetery,